It is June 7th, 2017. We're here at 3670 Landis Street in San Diego, California, 92104. There's a single bathroom to the house. We went up on the roof because there's no clean out on the perimeter of the property and there's no vent for this bathroom. So everything is out of code for this bathroom. There's no air vent to let sewer gases out or air into the system for drainage purposes. So we came inside the bathroom here to go ahead and put a specialty camera that we can get through a toilet bowl to run across the sewer line. There's not much of a crawl space. It's extremely tight under this bathroom. However, when we look across, we can see the original cast iron piping that's all been abandoned, and new plastic ABS has been put in with absolutely no T-junctions that would then again come up through the floorboards, be inside the walls here, and then go all the way up above the rooftop, which is required. Again, one, that lets sewer gases out so you don't get odors, and two, it lets air into the system because when you fill up sinks or tubs or even a toilet trying to flush a large volume, it needs air and assistance. It's just the same concept as a water jug or laundry detergent having to be burped when it's emptying out through its spout over time. So we're now going to go into the toilet here at this property and we'll show the system since we have no other access into the sewer system. So this is the toilet bowl right here. This is the end outlet where it dumps right into the drain line. So this is a 90-degree elbow. You can see we're hanging vertically down and there's a 90-degree elbow here. Normally this elbow would run across and it would go ahead and run to a T-junction, of course, that then continues for the drain, and then the offset of that T-junction would then be the vent pipe. So we're hanging at the bottom here. You can see there is a small T-junction to the right-hand side. We're going to turn the lavatory sink water on, and you can see right there, water dumping into the line. That's the faucet that we just turned on here next to the toilet for the bathroom sink. So again, we can verify underneath the house as well. There is no vent pipe, but that's where that 2-inch drain or pipe is. It's the drain for the sink. Then we're going to continue across the line here. And here we have another T-junction right here. And we're going to go ahead and turn on the tub. Now we have water running from the bathtub going down the system. And there you go. Now you can see that emptying into the line. So that is the 2-inch line. This is a very small, complicated camera system, so it's not self-leveling. So you can see the water coming in from the left side of the pipe because obviously from where we started, everything is running towards the parking stall for this house. So that's the tub on the left-hand side coming in. And then we have a glue coupling here, and then all straight pipe. So now we're running across. We just left the bathroom and we're now basically in the bedroom that is, again, running away from the front door of the house, headed towards the parking area for this property. So this bedroom also has a little addition that was put on right next to it for an extra little spare room or storage. So this is in the crawl space of the house, which is not accessible. It's extremely tight crawl space. So we're continuing down this horizontal line. There's a little glue coupling right there, another piece of pipe. Okay. Gone ahead and we've now come to an elbow fitting. So you can see the water that's on the top of the screen. That's actually the bottom of the pipe. And here is a 90-degree elbow we're encountering here to make a downward turn on the system. And this is right before the foundation wall of the house in that bedroom, of course, but under the house. So you can see right here we've got a turn. We're going to pause the video to relocate this to make sure that's where we're at. and then we're going to run some water to see if we can help get this pipe and camera a little bit farther down the line. Okay, you can see the water cascading down over the top of the camera here. We cannot get farther down this 90-degree elbow. We've already, again, used a real special camera to get through the entire toilet bowl and across this line, so we're lucky we got as far as we did. This 90-degree elbow then leads down to get the pipe a little bit deeper, and then it makes a turn. We can kind of see at the bottom where the pipe makes a turn, and it appears it's probably headed towards the alleyway to then empty out. So it's a little bit of a vertical pipe and then retransitions back into horizontal line. So this is as far as we can get this camera down. And a little bit more water down the pipe here. There's the toilet flushing, just to see. So you can see that water kind of draining out from the bottom of the pipe as we look across here, but we're not going to be able to get any further. Okay, we just finagle that across. So there you go. We can see that horizontal line after this vertical pipe. So we're hanging in the vertical pipe and it's then dumping into the horizontal. So you can see we're kind of stuck right here, and we're trying to make two 90-degree turns that are really close to each other, and that's not going to happen with the way we had to enter the system. So there's no problem with the sewer pipe out to this point. We don't know if it's plastic from here under the house the rest of the way to where it runs across, and should be again headed towards the alleyway where it then picks up the kitchen and laundry. We do have a clean out for the kitchen, so we'll be able to check part of that. However, again, this system is completely out of code, has no vent pipe for any of the plumbing fixtures for the bathroom. So we're now going to go ahead and pause the video and move over to the kitchen and laundry. Okay, we've now moved outside the kitchen. Our ladder, you can see right there going to the rooftop. We did verify that there are vents for the kitchen. It's the original cast iron metal vent, and it is connected properly and active. And then over across this way in the corner, that's where the laundry is, and that does have a vent properly up under the rooftop of newer plastic because that laundry was an add-on. So right outside the kitchen here, kitchen window, here's the drain pipe coming down, and then there's actually a clean out here. Looks like there's a little edge mark here, a couple edge marks where somebody may have had to snake it before. See, these little chewed out circular indentations are usually indicator of something that had to be snaked, unless it's been inspected before. Even our push rods can do that. So a lot of debris in the pipe right there, kind of sludgy. We do have the bathtub running right now, so we can see when we enter into the main. But we're going to go ahead and pause the video and turn some water on the kitchen to flush our camera head off. Okay, so we've got our camera back out through this clean out, and you can see right where all that debris was. That's also the T-junction where it picks up the drain. So we're going to leave the water running for a second here in case there's a lot of buildup and we have to get through. The line looks partially clogged or backed up, something here. We're going to pause the video. I think the drain line's clogged. Okay, we're able to keep pushing our camera down, and I think we actually cleared the stoppage that was here. So, looks like we did them a little service here. So, you can see the water on the vertical pipe here. So, about where we're positioned should be right over the top of the main sewer based on this pipe running back into the house towards that bedroom. So it looks like right here we're dumping possibly into the main line. I'll pull our camera back here a little bit. So here's this line, and then run across, and you can see it's dropping in, and that should be the main for the building here. So you can see water that's running by on the bottom of the line there, and the only fixture we have running right now is the bathtub. And again, we did that to show when we get to the main sewer. So it appears that this is the main sewer. It's hard to tell right now, but it does not look like they used a proper combo fitting. So you can see we drop into this pipe perfectly vertically down and into it. And code requires that a combo fitting be used. You cannot use a sanitary T or a clean out T, which is a non-directional T fitting. So the line that drain line we're running across is required to directionally sweep into the drain line so that it follows the proper flow direction that things are running out. So, I mean, we've got a little bit of debris still kind of cascading by the kitchen here still. That's inhibiting our view. We're hoping that's going to kind of slow down. We don't have any water running from the kitchen, but it's just residual in the line. And as we come down, yeah, that definitely looks like an improper fitting. Now, that's going to inhibit us from trying to go down through into the rest of the main to ensure there's no other problems with the sewer pipe. So we're going to try to get our camera to go. Okay, well, you can see there our camera, there's our orange push rod. We actually flip-flopped. So that's the problem with them using an improper fitting, is that a drain cable would do the same thing. It would not follow the right direction of flow, and you'd be going in the wrong direction. So we'll try to see if we can get this maneuvered. I think we're looking in the opposite direction again. We're going to have a real hard time getting this to inspect the rest of the main. There's water coming in, and that is the flow pipe that we have running right now. So you can see we're just flip-flopping out of the way. Now there's the Greenbelt PVC pipe. So there's a possibility they actually put this facing in the wrong direction. If it's a sanitary T, they sweep just slightly. We can see Greenbelt pipe right there. So that's the green PVC pipe that would be headed towards the alleyway. That's what the city and their contractors use. Our cable, though, is not letting us start and begin and go in that direction no matter what we do with our camera here. You can see it's just flip-flopping over it. So it's finagling across, and there's all the water running by. We have the bathtub running right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and push down this line, because what we're doing is we're actually headed in the reverse direction. So we actually are headed back into the house, possibly here, from the bedroom and bathroom where we stopped the other previous part of the inspection. So see all that water coming in, a little bit of debris, some feces there. Let's see, we're continuing down quite a long distance here. Okay, we're out very, very far. This could be a shared line, and this could be a pipe that is running through the easement under this house. And we have some roots in the system right here, it appears. You can see. So we're going to pause the video and locate this. This could be the sewer system from the house next door being connected into this one and running across and sharing the pipe. So we're going to verify that. We're going to pause the video for a minute, but we do have some roots intruding in the system right here. Okay, so you can see we pushed out almost 60 feet. We are definitely at the neighbor's property. So this is a shared sewer line. Their line then runs through an easement and connects in. Nobody would answer the door at the property, so we couldn't run water through the system to go ahead and flush our camera lens out. And there's a dog in the backyard, but we did again use the locator that's built into the camera head and saw it was coming back there. So unless they've replaced their entire line and rerouted it to a whole new spot, they're of course sharing this pipe. Again, no way to check that right now. Doesn't really matter because we have the problems we do with this system alone, and we cannot get from here into the alleyway. But again, we do see that piece of green bell PVC pipe that was sticking out previously when our camera had flipped and reversed itself. So that's good news, at least from here to the sewer. There's a bunch of roots there. I don't know. Now that we can see that little bit of roots there, you know, we're going to pause the video for 1 second and run some water through the bathroom here. That can probably flush our lens off enough to see where we're at. Okay, so we've got water running through the system, and so you can see roots right here. It does unfortunately appear that these roots are part of this home system, and we've located this part of the pipe, and it appears to be outside of that laundry room area. So again, not a perfect cleanup here with our camera. We probably got some grease and fat sludge on the lens there. So we do have roots right here in the system, you can see. So that means this pipe is cracked and failing. And I believe this is going to be right outside the laundry room addition that was put on here. We're going to go ahead and pause the video and locate this. Okay, so we pushed forward. We did locate that big root intrusion, and that was right in the laundry room area under the new slab that was put in for that addition, right when you come in from the outside through the doorway. And the pipe is over 4 feet deep there. So we started to push forward as we had water running, and we came across this other little root growing right here. So we wanted to show this. We were running a bunch of water through the bathroom to try to clean off. And you can see a bunch of roots right there. So there's paper around it, but there's a bunch of roots. So it looks like this entire horizontal line here is starting to fail. So you can see right here as we go back, we've got some water coming in still from the left-hand side here. And now we're beyond where it's dumping into the system. So we're going to come backwards here. Okay, so right here is where it appears our junction is, where we're emptying into the system. So you can see water coming in from the left right here. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video and locate this really quick. Okay, so again, apologize, the view of the camera is a little clouded up even after we shut the water off, but we didn't want to pull it all the way back out and try to clean that up. So we did locate the line outside at about 45 inches deep, and that's where we had. Whoops, we're going to push our camera back in with our distance counter here for a second. So as we go forward just a little bit more, again, we can see the roots on the left-hand side of the system there. You know, this image is a little cloudy. We're going to try to clean this up and get back down in there, but we're going to come back in reverse here. So there's that one intrusion. You can see definitely right there, crystal clear, as much as this camera's clogged up. Some more roots there. So pull back out of the system here. Now we're coming back up where the kitchen is dumped into the system. Got all that food and sludge we're having to ride through. And that's what's interfering with the good imaging. So it's all greasy and sludgy. So let's see if we ride this back through here again. That's what it should look like. But again, as soon as we drag through the line, all that gets onto our pipe lens. It's hard to wash that off and not keep it off. So it's going to immediately do that darn near every time. There's really not much we can do. So we're flip-flopped again. We can see that Greenbelt PVC pipe. So we're just got to get this to go the direction we were just previously in, if we can get lucky again, not have it damage our cable. Okay, here we go. So we're pushing back through the system. Okay, so you can see the roots right there on the line, and all the roots right there. And as we push forward again, this appears to be clay concrete pipe. We have couplings every few feet, and so that's why we've got all these roots here. So you can see there's more roots right there to the left and on the bottom of the line. So this is clay pipe. We couldn't do the test that there's a shared lateral, but we definitely feel 100% that it probably is. But this line has roots intruding with no cleanouts or access. So we'll pull back to this intrusion we can see here. We're going to go ahead and locate this on the property. Okay, so this is again at the 45 inches deep, and it's right at the T-junction where this line is emptied into the house. So again, now we're coming back down the line. You can see the roots that we're hanging across. We don't see too much there. See a little tiny one on the right side there. And then as we come forward here, here's another large intrusion growing along the pipe. We're going to go ahead and pause the video again and reconfirm that this is under the laundry room that was added. Okay, we have verified that these roots are right under the new laundry room addition, and so right when you come in from the outside through the laundry room, the pipe is right there running from left to right, headed towards the alleyway. We've got it marked with some tape. It's 47 inches deep, a little bit deeper than the other root intrusion by a couple inches because it's raised off the ground where we're doing our locating. So essentially the same depth though, and we've got that marked. So this is clay pipe, so it's getting in from all the joint connections. There are no clean outs, so there's no way to properly hydrojet or clean this out without possibly maybe going to the neighbor's property if there is access from there with a clean out. Otherwise, no real good way to maintain this line with snaking or jetting. Foaming chemical treatment can be put down the line from down the toilet. That's about the extent of doing any good cleaning up. If the roots get bigger or badder, then you've got no real good way to clean the pipe system out. So here's again the where the kitchen's dumping right into the main. This is an improper fitting as well. So we're now going to go ahead and pull back the camera the rest of the way out of the system. So here, wiping off our lens face again from all that grease and food and sludge, still kind of hampering it up here. So here we're on this side of the house, and that concludes the recording for this property.